Most women have no idea they're slowly destroying their feet every single day. And the worst part is, the shoes doing the damage look completely fine from the outside. If you've ever kicked off your shoes the second you walk through the door, or felt that burning, aching feeling in your feet by 2 p.m., this video is exactly what you need. Because today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about comfortable shoes for women. What makes a shoe actually comfortable, which ones are worth your money, and the ones you need to stop wearing before they cause real damage. And no, this is not just about getting old and switching to grandma shoes. This is about knowing what works for your feet so you can look good and feel good at the same time. Let's start with something that most people don't think about. Your feet are carrying your entire body weight all day long, every single step, every single hour. And the shoes you put on in the morning are either helping your feet do that job or making it way harder. Most of the foot pain that women deal with, the tired legs, the sore heels, the aching arches, it doesn't just show up randomly. It's built up over time because of bad footwear choices. Here's the thing though, comfortable doesn't have to mean boring. That's the biggest lie that the fashion world has been selling for years. The idea that you have to choose between looking cute and feeling good. You really don't. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly why. So what actually makes a shoe comfortable? Because if you go to any shoe store and ask them that question, they'll probably just point you to the cushion. And yes, cushion matters, but it's not the whole story. The first thing you want to look at is arch support. Your foot has a natural curve on the inside called the arch, and a good shoe is going to support that curve rather than flatten it out. When your arch gets no support, the muscles and tendons in your foot have to work overtime to hold everything up, and that leads to fatigue really fast. If you've ever worn flat sandals for a full day and felt like your legs were falling apart by evening, that's exactly what was happening. The second thing is the toe box. This is the front part of the shoe where your toes sit. A lot of women's shoes are made with a narrow, pointed toe box that squishes your toes together. Your toes are supposed to spread out a little when you walk. That's how your foot naturally balances and pushes off the ground. When your toes are crammed in together for hours, you end up with blisters, bunions over time, and just general discomfort. A wider toe box makes a massive difference, and once you try it, you genuinely can't go back. Third is the heel height. Now, this is not me telling you to never wear heels. That's your choice. But what most people don't know is that even a slight lift of about 1 inch can actually be better for some people than completely flat shoes. It depends on your foot type. What causes problems is extreme height combined with no support. The higher the heel with nothing else going on in the shoe, the more pressure gets pushed forward onto the ball of your foot, and that pressure adds up really quickly. The fourth thing is the sole, specifically how flexible it is and how thick it is. A sole that's too thin gives you almost no protection from the hard ground underneath you. Think about how different it feels to walk on concrete in thin ballet flats versus a proper sneaker. The sneaker has a thicker sole that absorbs a lot of the impact before it reaches your joints. That impact matters a lot over the course of a long day. Now, let's talk about some specific types of shoes, because different situations call for different things. Starting with sneakers, because this is where the comfortable shoe world has absolutely exploded in the past few years. Women's sneakers used to basically just be smaller versions of men's sneakers, and they didn't actually fit women's feet well at all. Now, there are so many options designed specifically for the shape of a woman's foot. Brands like New Balance, Hoka, and Brooks have been making sneakers that have wider toe boxes, proper arch support, and thick cushioning all built in. Hoka in particular became really popular because of how chunky and cushioned the soles are. A lot of nurses and teachers, people who are on their feet for 8 to 10 hours straight, swear by them. And it's not because they look cool, it's because by the end of a long shift, their feet still feel okay. Walking shoes are another category worth paying attention to. These are different from running shoes, even though they look similar. Running shoes are built for forward motion and a lot of impact. Walking shoes are a bit more stable and give you support in slightly different areas because the motion of walking is different from running. If you're someone who does a lot of walking during the day, whether that's commuting, running errands, or sightseeing on vacation, a proper walking shoe is going to hold up much better than just a regular sneaker. Now, let's talk about flats because so many women wear them every day, and most flats are honestly terrible for your feet. The problem with most flats is that they have zero arch support, very thin soles, and they don't hold your heel in place. Your foot ends up gripping the shoe to keep it on, which creates tension up through your whole leg. But there are brands now making flats with actual support built into them. Vionic is one of the most well-known for this. Their flats look completely normal from the outside, but have a footbed inside that actually supports your arch. Sam Edelman also has some options that are significantly better than your average flat. If you love the look of flats but hate how your feet feel at the end of the day, switching to a supportive flat is one of the easiest changes you can make. Let's talk about sandals too, because the same problem applies. Most sandals are just a flat piece of material strapped to your foot with nothing supporting you. Birkenstocks became huge for a reason, and that reason is the footbed. The cork footbed in Birkenstocks molds slightly to the shape of your foot over